We're heading across the Drawsko-Pomorskie training area in northern Poland, following UK and US Army engineers as they speed south. With them is a convoy of 16 British bridging vehicles, the largest deployment of these M3 amphibious rigs for a decade. And this is where they're heading, a body of water that they're using to practice an amphibious crossing.
So this squadron is all about moving combat power at speed across rivers, what the military call wide wet gaps. And you can see why this capability is so important to NATO at the moment. Just in this part of Eastern Europe alone, there are 1,900 rivers that could potentially have to be crossed in any sort of conflict. Now, today and tomorrow, this squadron are going to be moving around 80 or so Polish vehicles across this river, and this exercise will culminate next week when they're planning to try and move 1,000 vehicles in 24 hours.
These M3 rigs are made by General Dynamics and entered service in the early 1990s. They're driven to the water's edge where they unfold, forming a vehicle ferry. Once on the water, they can be joined together, taking multiple vehicles, including tanks, back and forth. Although Poland is investing huge sums in new Western and South Korean armour, the Polish military still operates a lot of Soviet-era equipment. And this was a chance for British soldiers to see some of that Russian kit firsthand.
We're a simple enabling action, but not a lot of people get to play with us very often. So what we do is we come to the party, bring in the rigs and ensure that capability can be projected across the bank. So the troops, they are already triple traded as Royal Engineers, but then on top of that we also make them amphibious trade. It's not currently a trade, but it's something I'm fighting for because it's something extra and it's really unique and niche, but it's a capability that needs to grow and we need to get after.
The squadron's based in Germany and works side by side with German Army Amphibious Engineers. It's the only unit in NATO to have this particular wet gap capability. They train year-round at Minden near Bielefeld, and for these young sappers, there's a lot to learn.
We're all trained pretty hard when it comes to piloting, but when it comes to trusting your kind of peers or whatever, your other pilots, you know you're in good hands, do you know what I mean? Like all them lots there, they all know what to do, you all know the procedures you got to do it in, and with the commander they basically tell you what each one needs to do, yeah, or if you need to do it all together. So the master pilot controls the entire rig when it's in the water. It has two SBJs or shuttle pump jets that control the rig, gives it lateral movement, gives it up force, down force, and allows you to kind of have complete range of movement along the water. You then have the cow horns next to it, these two here. They help with kind of tilting the rig, so if there was a current, obviously with water as it's coming down, it would push the rig more, say, to the left or to the right, wherever the current would want it to go. These are to make sure it keep it straight and to basically make sure nothing bad happens, whether you're going lateral or forward or back.
As the day wore on, the vehicles kept on coming. Lots more Soviet-era hardware, including the Polish variant of the BMP-1, the USSR's first mass-produced tracked infantry fighting vehicle. Nearby, American amphibious engineers were also training, floating together what's known as ribbon bridges to build a vehicle ferry. Rivers remain the most difficult obstacle in any ground operation. The British Army among the best in the world at crossing them. And now, more so than at any time since the Cold War, it's a crucial capability that NATO needs. Simon Newton, Forces News, Poland.
Thanks for watching. For more from Forces News, like and subscribe to our channel.